Right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to another episode of Hey MrSotko, what do you think of this? So if you guys are new to the channel, this is just sort of a bonus thing I like to do once or twice a week, and I haven't made one in a week, so it's kind of old now, but where you just comment down in the comment section a question, and initially it was just totally crypto related, but now everybody just kind of goes off on a wild tangent, and then I answer each and every comment as best I can, or often vaguely. So let's just jump right into it. So here we go with Stephanie Laurie. She says, if Trump came out with a crypto coin to fund his wall, snowflakes and liberals would actually melt down. Yeah, probably. It's just, yeah, with the whole left and right anymore. So 42 minutes. Yeah, my last video was 42 minutes long. Sometimes they get pretty long, you know? What are you going to do, right? Watch it in chunks. I don't know. Damn, that Trevon James imitation. So yeah, the couple videos ago I did a Trevon James imitation, but it's pretty easy to do. All you gotta do is just go, "Thup guys." You gotta just like go right into the camera and say it. But either way. And then I'm happy that you enabled comments again and you're reading our comments. I feel like a celebrity when you read my comments. You are a celebrity, hunk. PewDiePie's direct competitor. Actually, your vids are far more interesting. You know what I think about PewDiePie? Back in the day, a few years ago, I thought PewDiePie was totally useless. I had no idea why people watched him, because he would make gaming videos, like Let's Plays, and he would only make like 8 parts of a game. And then he would just quit that game and never make any more parts to it. So if you actually did start watching him play a game from like start to finish, you would never actually get to the finish, because he would just make like 8 like totally broken videos, and then like the parts of the videos would get released like every 3 days or so, and then again it would never finish. But anymore lately, PewDiePie's actually a pretty good channel. I'm not actually subscribed to PewDiePie, but I like his meme reviews and his news lately. It's actually kind of funny. His latest videos anymore. Anyway, the older videos kind of were pretty lame. Just him screaming at some kind of horror game or something like that for the sensationalization factor. So Last Action Hero, yes. The last Bitcoin will never be mined. Dividing by 2 will result in 0. Right. Well, I mean, the last Bitcoin will actually be mined. That's a thing, but it won't be till like the year 2140 or something like that. So it'll be a while. And I think by then something new will take over, because you can't expect like Bitcoin to last for 20 years still. 120, I don't know, more than 120 years. Like in 120 years, something is going to be totally replacing Bitcoin for sure. It'd be ridiculous to think anything different. Hey, MrSotko, what do you think about the Bermuda Triangle? You know what? I don't really know. I think I watched a documentary a long time ago on the Bermuda Triangle, and they say that there's like a lot of odd wind activity there. And then I seen one that stated that there was like methane bubbles at the bottom of the ocean, and sometimes they'll burst, and the methane is lighter than air. So when it comes out of the water and if a plane flies through that methane, then the plane will just sort of drop out of the air, because it's thinner than the air that it's flying through at the time, and then it'll sort of drop and just flop to the ground basically. Like, but who knows? I don't know if that's actually true or not. So, yay on the comments. Cool. You should get a green screen. I actually do have a green screen, but it's sort of a pain to use. I actually have like hooks behind me that I can actually hang a screen behind, and then use the Chrome filter on my the Chrome key filter on my recording software to make everything go black, and then I'm just cut out in it. But it's actually kind of a pain to use, because 1, I got to hang it up, and 2, you actually have to have really good lighting for a green screen. They're actually really easy to use, the green screen itself, and making a Chrome key, and then messing with the software so that it looks good and doesn't look all like tingly behind you. And but the thing is that you need a really good light source, and I kind of do. I have a somewhat nice light source, but I'll tell you what, if you guys subscribe to me and I get 100,000 subscribers, see this wink? I'll go out and I'll buy those professional umbrella things, and I will set my computer up in a different place so that I can use my green screen all the time. If I just get 100,000 subscribers, nudge, nudge. I'm just kidding, but I actually would. So, half kidding? I don't Hey, MrSotko, what do you think about respecting Wham-Man? I guess so. I mean, I'm married. I gotta respect Wham-Man. I was watching Ninja. He's a streamer, the biggest Twitch streamer right now. I watched him for about a minute because I heard the news that he had streamed with Drake and got 600,000 viewers on Twitch, and apparently he made like $350,000 in one night doing that. As soon as I tuned into his stream, it was just a coincidence. So as soon as I tuned into his stream, he was thanking subscribers or donators, because on Twitch, you know, whenever you get a donation and you get time, you thank all your donators. You're like, oh, this person donated this or this person donated that, and you thank them and talk. And they usually ask a question, and he was like, and the question was, how do I get with women? How do I get in? Basically asking, how do I get into women's pants? And he was like, well, you shouldn't just date women for the blah blah blah. I think you guys can, you know, put in that quote there. You should respect women's bodies and stuff, and you should go into a relationship. And I was just like, I couldn't click away fast enough because it was getting so cringy. I couldn't handle it. It was so unbelievable. I mean, a guy with like green hair and looked like he'd never been with a woman in his life. I had to like, I couldn't click away fast enough. It was unbelievable. But yes, respect women, I guess. The gold is pushed to the surface. In crystals of silicon dioxide, through erosion, the silica is removed and the gold crystals are deposited into sediment. In addition, gold and other noble metals are found near meteor impact sites. What we need is a gold-backed cryptocurrency. It would serve the same purpose as Tether on exchanges, have intrinsic value, and could be used to pay for goods and services. We kind of already do. It's called Digix DAO. You can literally turn in your Digix DAO and turn it into gold and actually have gold shipped to your house. It's a little complicated, but we almost literally have that. Not quite in the way you describe it, Stalin, but yeah. And so I'm going to have to believe you on the whole gold push to the surface with crystals of silicon dioxide, because in college I was a geographer, not to be confused with a geologist. However, I will say that gold is still pushed to the surface with mountain building processes, not just the surface of crystals of silicon dioxide. So when the earth is forming, it's molten, and all the hot metal, all the dense metals go to the center. So in the center we have iron and nickel and lead and gold, for that matter. And then during mountain building processes, when tectonic plates hit another one, they push up large amounts of gold and other valuables and such metals, and then weathering erodes the silica into rivers and such, and that's where you find gold. So I will believe you on that, but my more simplified version of it is just mountain building processes. So, hey, Comrade Sotko, I'm glad you support the will of the workers and support God, Emperor Trump, and Shapiro. I do like Ben Shapiro. I like him as an orator. I think he's just a really logical guy. And supporting Trump, I'm not really that big of a Trump fan, but it really came down to Hillary or Trump, and like nobody. I mean, you can't vote for Hillary, right? Like she looks like one of those babysitters, like those evil, abusive babysitters that like kids have when they're like 4 or 5 years old, that like forever scar you for life. And she looks just really, really corrupt. And also, I feel that it's almost like a third term for Bill Clinton if she is elected, because she's the wife of Bill Clinton. And I don't even think that should be necessarily legal, because it's essentially a third term. Because if you don't think they influence each other in their, you're naive and dumb. So, yeah. Oh, and I wanted Trump to win just because it would be funny, because the drama is really great. Like, the news is hilarious. Because if you think like the new president is going to change anything, like you're really silly, right? Because like people thought Obama was going to change things, and then Bush was going to change things, and then Clinton, and then Bush, and then Reagan, and Jimmy Carter. Like everybody thinks it's and then when that president is gone after that term, they blame all the past 4 to 8 years on that president, and then we think that new change is going to come. We're like, oh man, I'm voting this guy because now I don't have to go to work anymore. Like, I don't know what people think. Like I don't know what people think. Like if they're just going to get more money or something, or like their life is going to be totally better because they voted in some guy like that is supposed to change things. Like you still have to get up in the morning, go to work, you still make the same wage, nothing happened. Get over it. So talking about out of this world stuff, I always thought that believing UFOs crashed, landed back. Here we go with UFOs. See, it used to be about cryptocurrency, I promise, guys. Anymore, barely. used to believe that the UFOs crashing back in the 1940s was very ridiculous. They came here from the other side of the galaxy, and when they get here, they end up being just like us, making mistakes, or the equipment they use malfunction. Yeah, we thought that was pretty silly too. That they can go across the galaxy, right? They go across the galaxy, or like intergalactically from the other side of the universe just to visit us without sending a probe, right? And then they have to go all the way down in the atmosphere to see us. Right? Why couldn't they just see us from their awesome spaceship from up above? Like, don't they have like awesome like telescopes or something that they could see, and radios and microwave like detectors and things like that? No, they have to go all the way into the atmosphere, and then as soon as they get there, they're like, "Whoa, oxygen!" As if this is a unique thing in the world and then in the universe, and then they just crash. That makes no sense. It was always really silly. So would you sell the chair for $149.99 in Litecoin? Yes, I probably would. $149.99. So I'll give you 10 Bitcoin for the chair. Oh, Angela, you just got outbid. Obviously, you'd have to throw in a mason jar of souse. I could do that. For 10 Bitcoin, I mean, you're busting my balls here, but I can do that for 10 Bitcoin. I like you, and I want you. Well, I don't know if I want you, Crypto Cave. I want you to be my subscriber. That's it. Hey, MrSotko, your mustache seems to have a bit more luster since the application of mustard. Do you recommend a daily application before bed or first thing in the morning? First thing in the morning, a little bit of mustard, take a little bit of Vaseline, and that seals in that mustard and that mustardy scent all day long. The ladies love it. They cannot resist the mustard. Okay, you pump the brakes, son. Seriously, no one shills a chair better than PewDiePie. You may be down with the crypto, but can you do this? Ooh, I don't know. I can try. I can go 3/4 the way down. I can go 3/4 the way down, and it's only $149.99. PewDiePie wants $399.99 for his chair. I only want $149.99, and I can go 3/4 the way down. Do the math. $149.99, yes, sir. How do people sell faster than me on GDAX? The millisecond price drops. People selling so fast. So market buying and selling is the way to sell really, really fast. Like right now, just boom. But one good trick is to have the order book ready and wait for the new price. So let's say something is at 150 even, and the next price up, it's going to be $150.01, but it's not there yet in the order book. Like say you're trying to buy. And so you see on the order book on GDAX, the green numbers, and it says 150 even. Wait, and as soon as you see 150.01, 1 cent, click that instead of typing it in manually. And then hit buy, and you should get in pretty quick, faster than other people, and you'll see other people pile in, and you might be able to get in. But you got to be very fast if you want to do it with limit buying and selling. Otherwise, you need to do a market. Yeah, I got my sub. Same sentiment with Doug Polk. Never trust a gambler trying to be a crypto know-all reading scripts. Yeah, yeah. I know it's a crazy thing. I know people attack me for it, but I don't like Doug Polk. I don't like him one bit. He's not entertaining to me. All he is just drama. So I know there's some drama on my channel, but you got to have your drama from time to time. That's souse. But he teaches nothing. He's never taught anything. He's never taught how to mine, how to buy and sell. He's never taught how to this, that, or the other thing. All it is just drama and him showing his own, or him buying $100,000 worth of cryptocurrency. And I don't trust a gambler to be my investment advisor. Not to say that I'm an advisor necessarily, but if somebody came up to the street and they were all itching because they were on meth and they're like, "Hey, I got some advice for you on how to make a savings account," I'd be like, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to trust that. I might just actually go to Edward Jones or something like that instead. Like I'm going to go to a real advisor or anything else, like read an article. So yeah. Gambling addicts, I don't take my investment advice from gambling addicts, even good ones. Nope, sorry. Hello, I want to buy some Electronium. I trust you. Can you help? So go to, first of all, Electronium is definitely a shit coin, for sure. I thought it was a good coin for a while. I actually mined it for a while. I do own a good chunk of Electronium, but I do not feel that it's going to go up in price anytime soon. When Bitcoin goes up in price, Electronium will go up in price as well. But don't assume that that is Electronium going up by itself, that Electronium is doing something good that is making that price go up, okay? It's just because of Bitcoin going up. So I can't advise doing that. I don't feel that Electronium is going to go anywhere. However, if you're just like, screw you, MrSotko, I just want your advice, and that's it. on how to buy it. So go to like Coin Market Cap and then type in Electronium, and then down on the bottom it'll say Markets. So click on Markets, and it will show you where you can buy Electronium on what exchanges it is selling and buying from. And then do that. So I think KuCoin is one, and then also Cryptopia. However, be aware that Cryptopia's wallet has been down. The Electronium wallet on Cryptopia has been down since like March 3rd, and I don't think it's going to come back up anytime soon. So Cryptopia is kind of out of the question unless they had fixed it at some point and I didn't realize. So I would do KuCoin. I can math. Call the video. Sure. VertPig and VertBase are new exchanges for VertCoin to US dollar. Should have made that more obvious. Yeah, I'm aware of that by now, that VertPig is an exchange for VertCoin. That's great. I do like VertCoin. I have some VertCoin, but I just kind of hold it for the most part. Sometimes I shapeshift it. Hey, MrSotko, I got an easy question for you. What wallet do you suggest to hold Bitcoin and Bit and altcoins? I've been holding mine on the exchanges I use, and I know that's not the right way to go. So that's the $1 million question. So in terms of do you hold your coin on an exchange or do you not? Well, here's the thing. Do you day trade? If the answer is yes, then you probably should hold them on an exchange. Now, don't take that advice as solid advice, and that's what you should do. You should always make your own decision. However, here's the thing. If you're a day trader and every day you're making trades, you're buying and selling, if every day you send perhaps multiple times a day, like at the beginning of the day you take it off, and at the end of the day you take it, you put it back on your wallets, you're going to lose a lot of money in network fees doing that. So for example, if you have a wallet on your computer, or a hardware wallet, and you send it to an exchange, there's a fee to receive it on the exchange. Okay, so you just lost money doing that. A little bit. Depends on the network and how clogged up it is, depending on what coin. But you just lost money, right? So now you're day trading, you're making money, hopefully. And then at the end of the day, you're like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. I better put my coins back on my wallet. So to send it from the exchange, there's a fee, and you just lost money again. Probably not a lot. Maybe you made more than you lost in the network fees, hopefully, of course. But again, those fees are going to add up over time, and they're going to eat you alive over time, your profits, okay? So if you just want to hold your coins, yes, definitely do not hold them on a wallet, or on an exchange wallet. So the best wallet to use is probably a Nano S or a Trezor wallet. They're little hardware wallets that look like a thumb drive. Those are great. Another way to do it is make a paper wallet. You can go to numerous websites to make paper wallets, or get Electrum. Electrum is a good app. It's on your computer app. You don't actually have to hold the whole blockchain. So there's Core wallets. So if you download Bitcoin Core, you have to have like 150 gigabytes or something like that on your computer free for the entire blockchain ledger history to download to your computer. So that's a pain, right? Because now every time you open your wallet, you have to let it sync. Having a core wallet is good because you increase the network strength and such. But if you don't want to do that, just get Electrum. Just type in Electrum BTC or Electrum LTC, something like that. It's just a small wallet, and you put it on your computer and you send coins to it, and it automatically connects to the blockchain. It doesn't download the entire blockchain, so it's much easier. So take those suggestions as you will. What do I think about Burst, and what do you think about Filecoin? I don't know about Filecoin, but Burst is a proof of storage coin. So that means the more storage you have on your hard drive, or many hard drives, the more Burst coin you own. However, it's very, very little, the profits. So you'd have to have hundreds of gigabytes, or rather hundreds of terabytes, to make a lot. So if you happen to have dozens and dozens of terabyte drives laying around, then fine, do proof of storage with Burst. But it sounds like a big pain to set up all of those hard drives. So do what you want, but I think it's just too much of a pain, really, to even deal with. May I say that I really enjoy your channel. You have the ability, sir, to inform in a user-friendly way, mixed with a good humor, and served with that special sauce. Best regards from Portugal. All right, Lisbon. Thank you for the kind words. I don't really have anything sarcastic to say about that. Hey, MrSotko, from all cryptos on GDAX, which one do you think will let us make more money at the end of the year? Which one will be more profitable? Thank you in advance. I think Litecoin, to be totally honest, because if you think about it, Litecoin's at about right now is about like 110 bucks, and just before the big crash in Bitcoin, in crypto in general, Bitcoin was about 20,000, and Litecoin was at nearly $400. It shadowed close to $400 on GDAX, meaning a shadow of the candle chart. It got close to $400. So that's about 4 times the amount of what it is now. Whereas with Bitcoin, that's really only about 2.5 what it is now. About 2.5 times, or maybe we can even call it 3 times. So if it gets up to that same value, I think that Litecoin will make the most. Maybe Ethereum. Ethereum is about 3 times what it would have been. So I think Litecoin, to be totally honest, Litecoin is the easiest one to trade, in my opinion. That and Bitcoin. But Litecoin moves like 10% a day often, and so if you can get the right trades, you can easily make 10% a day on Litecoin, but easier said than done. But so I guess I won't say easy, but I would say Litecoin. Let's go with that. Hey, MrSotko, what do you think about this? McAfee coin. Screw McAfee. That guy's stupid. Hope he eats his own dick. Hey, MrSotko, what do you think about Dibcoin hacker story? They claim to have been hacked in November. At the start of March, $3 million was sold off by the hacker, causing the price to drop off a cliff. Within 3 days, everything was frozen. Remains frozen today after 3 weeks. Very little info coming from Dibcoin other than the hacker story. Have you heard about this sort of thing happening? Scam. After 3 weeks, I felt like I lost my money. So I'm not really sure. I haven't heard about that story that much, but there's been a lot of conspiracy that NiceHash, when they got hacked, that they just basically hacked themselves. See, that's the problem with crypto, is that you can't hack a private key. You can't hack somebody's Bitcoin private key, right? The encryption is too high. It can't be done. It would take you forever. It would take you literally till the end of time for an average computer to try and hack to brute force your private key, your exact private key. Maybe quantum computers, I don't know, but that's a thing of the future, and maybe things will change by then. I don't know. But basically impossible, okay? But it's really easy to, ironically, it's actually really easy to hack Bitcoin. So all you need to do is install some malware on somebody's computer, a keylogger, this, that, and the other thing, get them to sign up on a website, or get them to put their crypto on a website that you end up just running off with. And that's the problem, is that we can't catch these people that are doing it. It's too anonymous. No one has ever been caught, basically, that has hacked crypto. I can't really tell you anybody that has actually been caught. I'm sure there's a few. Sure, there's a few instances, but these major ones like Mt. Gox and NiceHash, that $60+ million and millions of dollars have been stolen. Nobody knows, right? So it could have been them that did it. I kind of doubt that. That's a little too conspiracy for me, but who knows? Like I can make an exchange, right? I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but like I can make an exchange, and then there's millions of dollars being traded on it, and then all of a sudden I could say, hey, I've been hacked, and ship off the Bitcoin to some. And route it in such a way that, launder it in such a way that it can never be found again. And then nobody would know it was me because it was all anonymous to begin with. So it just goes to show that Bitcoin is incredibly secure in terms of private keys, but that's it. So the innovation is very, very low in terms of preventing hacks other than the private key itself. Which is just, I mean, here's the thing with the private key. Like, I just want to give one more example. Let's say you have a house, and you have $100 million in gold bars inside of a house, right? And you're a thief, right? So you go up to the house, and you try the front door. You notice that the front door is 3 inches of steel, and you cannot get through this door. In theory, you could, right? You could probably... in some way, you probably could. Right? It was like 3 feet of steel, just imagine. You cannot get through this door. Yet, you notice, just on the other side of the door, to the right of it, is a window. So, why would you try to hack the private key? So, the door, in this case, is the private key. But the window is essentially just putting malware on somebody's computer or scamming somebody, right? So all you need to do is just hammer the window, just with a small hammer, a tack hammer, break the window, get inside, take all the gold bars, and leave, right? So Bitcoin is weird in the sense that it has this strong vault door for the private key, yet everything else about it is like a glass window. Thumbs up, thank you. Hey, hello, comrade. I like your shows. Thank you. Lizard people are real, bro. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. Crypto's going way, way down from here. 90 billion. Yes, it is still going down. So that was 3 days ago, and it's still going down. I couldn't support Trump. Even ironically, I'm a staunch anti-SJW. He's far too authoritarian and anti-free speech and thinly skinned. His only good qualities is not Hillary. I agree on that he's not Hillary. Completely against my libertarian values. Plus, he's a draft-dodging coward. So welcome to politics in terms of the draft-dodging coward. I know that a lot of presidents were in the army and such, or in the military overall. Left needs to get its shit together away from toxic. So too authoritarian? I don't know about that. And anti-free speech? I also don't know about that either. But is he the best president? No, no, absolutely not. I'm not like I said. I'm not really a true Trump supporter. I consider myself more of a Republican than like a Democrat. Just because of the values, the inherent values of it, of small government and things like that. But I just think Trump is hilarious because he just has absolutely no idea what he's doing. If you're prepared to do free shipping to the UK, I'll buy your chair. At current exchange rates, I think £149.99 is £10. I don't know about that. I don't think it's £10. Sorry for the copy and post. I just wanted to see what you thought of those two coins, but never mind this old news. Other than that, great show. And what do you think will happen in the summer for Bitcoin? Google's monkey should be there soon with some Tylenol. Bitcoin in the summer. I'm not sure. Bitcoin is usually highest around December, crypto in general, and then kind of dies off December because of Christmas and preparation for the Chinese New Year, which is a little ways after, but... Hey, MrSotko, what do you think of my channel? I checked out your channel earlier, and you have no content. So what am I even... Hold on, let me just show. Let me show. You have no content. You just have liked videos and playlists. What am I supposed to think about your channel? You have no content, literally. If you had to choose from either of these 1080 Ti's for mining, what are the same if they're the same price in your country? The EVGA For the Win 2 1080 or Asus ROG 1080. The For the Win 2 1080 is considered to be one of the best 1080s, other than the 1080 like Kingpin. I think it's only the 1080 Ti is the Kingpin. I'm not really sure. The Kingpin is easily the best card of the 1080 Ti like series, but it's royally expensive. However, I would say that the EVGA For the Win 2 is the second best. So if it was the same price, of course, the For the Win. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've run out of questions, and that'll do it. But I'll see you guys next time.